What's up, guys? Welcome to the Stuff Miami Dolphins Fans Say / you know you're a Dolphin fan when. And we're going to start off with the fact that you hate Jeff Ireland. If you're a Miami Dolphins fan, you understand the hatred for Jeff Ireland. He was our general manager down here in Miami, and he was the worst general manager we could possibly ever have. It was just awful. Second, you question every single day that you see Vontae Davis have a good game. You question why Jeff Ireland ever traded him. Now, he did have a couple behavioral issues when he was here, but if you have a good coaching staff and a good system around you, you understand that you can take that and work with it and try to do something to make sure that you can make your great players stay on your team instead of having to trade him. Obviously, we didn't do that, and we traded Vontae Davis away to the Colts, and every time he has a good game, you just look and you realize the fact that you had him on your team and Sean Smith, and you just question why both of them ever left. The third one is that you have a love-hate relationship with the Finsiders. If you guys don't know what the Finsiders is, it was a radio show in Miami hosted by Greg Likens that featured Dolphin alumni such as, I can't even really name all of them off the bat. I think Troy Vincent was on there, sometimes Patrick Surtain, I think, as well as Sam Madison and a couple other guys. And the reason why I say love-hate relationship is because it ended March 31st. Now, the Dolphins ended it because they wanted to go a different way in terms of their audio and media platform, which a lot of people could understand. But the reason why I say love-hate relationship is because a lot of people liked Greg Likens, and a lot of people didn't like Greg Likens. I was one of the people who liked Greg Likens. I think he just has a voice for radio, and I thought that was very good show that we had from what, like 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock till 6 or 7, around there. So you had them for a while, and all they did was talk Dolphins. So if you're just a crazy NFL and Dolphins fan like myself, it was the perfect show for you. Unfortunately, the Dolphins did end it, and now we have this Dolphins Daily, which I personally think is awful, but not going to get into that right now. The fourth thing is you wonder why we didn't sign Drew Brees. Now, Drew Brees was a free agent after his years in San Diego, and it was between us and the Saints, and he was going to sign with us, and our doctor said that there was an issue with his legs, I'm pretty sure. And instead of doing that and taking the risk on Drew Brees, we signed Dante Culpepper. Now, if you remember Dante Culpepper, he didn't do anything for the Dolphins. If you remember, and if you know who Drew Brees is, obviously you should know who Drew Brees is. He's won a Super Bowl with New Orleans, and I'm pretty sure he would have won at least one or two with the Dolphins down here in Miami. The fifth one, like I just said, is you hate the fact that we signed Dante Culpepper over Drew Brees because you've seen the amount of success Drew Brees has had, and he could have been one of the next great Miami Dolphins that we would have had, and it would have just been great for us. The sixth one is that you think that every single year is the year the Dolphins will be better. We could go 1-15, and the next year you think we're winning the Super Bowl. And I see this with a lot of Dolphins fans, including myself. Not that we're going to win the Super Bowl, but that we'll do really good, and it's just because we have a lot of faith in our team, is what I would like to say. But a lot of people kind of blow things out of proportion. I know some people think we're going to go 14-2 this year. I mean, we do have a little bit of an easier schedule rather than a harder schedule, but some people are just very, very optimistic with the Dolphins' goals every single year. And a lot of people think it's our year to win the Super Bowl, and I'm one of the people that just thinks that it's our year to do good, at least to not go 9-7 or 8-8 or 7-9 or 6-10 or 5-11. One of the many, many, many bad records that we could have. The seventh one, the 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th, I guess you could say, is you hate the Jets, you hate the Patriots, you wish that Tom Brady was your quarterback, you hate Rex Ryan, and you hate the Bills. That's just really what it is. You hate everyone in your division, and every time that the Patriots destroy you, you still hate the Jets more. For whatever reason, I don't know, but a lot of us just really hate the Jets more. You think the Jets suck. You think the Patriots cheat to get every win they have. Every single time you see Tom Brady have a good game, you want Tom Brady on your team because you know that if he was on the Dolphins, you'd be cheering for him. But since he's on the Patriots, you have to not cheer for him. The next one you could go with is that you just hate Rex Ryan and the Bills. And the reason why you hate Rex Ryan is because when he was with the Jets, he always had those games where he would beat us right when we were able to be in the playoffs. He would always one-up us and beat us. And then instead of leaving our division when he got fired, he decided to go join the Bills and make it even worse for us, as the Bills did beat us 2 times last year. Next one we could go with is that you think the number 19 is cursed forever. Now, I saw this one on a page that I'll link down in the description, and it said that the number 19 is forever cursed. And it said, I forgot for whatever reason, but when I started to think about it, I started to think that it could be right, because when Ted Ginn wore it, he was bad. He dropped every pass. When Brandon Marshall was down here and he wore number 19, he wasn't very good either. And apparently no one was really had success while wearing the number 19. So, and the last person that wore 19 came down here and I think they broke their knee or I don't know what it was, but something crazy like that where the number 19 is apparently cursed. So we have that one. You hate Nick Saban. If you know, Nick Saban came here, he coached I think for a year or two, and then he left us in shambles basically. And you hate Nick Saban. You hate all the success he's had in Alabama. Anytime that you've seen someone leave the Dolphins, a coach, a player, anything like that, you just begin to hate them because they're having success somewhere else rather than where they should have had success, which is here in Miami. Joe Philbin. That's all I really have to say. Next, Kevin Coyle. It's another one. Just Joe Philbin and Kevin Coyle. Really, that's it. Every single year, you tell people Ryan Tannehill is the future of the Miami Dolphins. He is the next Dan Marino. And a lot of people believe this. A lot of people are like, oh, we got to get rid of Tannehill. We have to do this. We have to do that. I personally really like Ryan Tannehill, so every year I think that this is going to be his year. And if you've looked at his stats, he's improved every single year since being in the NFL. And now that we have a quarterback and quarterback guru coach in Adam Gase, I'm hoping that Tannehill can come here and be successful for us rather than not be successful. Which is, if he's not successful this year, like I've said before, I think you just trade him away and deal with whatever repercussions you have and start to develop another quarterback like a Brandon Doughty who we have on our roster. 17-0. Every single chance you get when you're talking to a Patriot fan or a Jets fan or a Bills fan and they're mocking you for not having a good record, you just tell them 17-0. The perfect season in 1972. That's all you have to say. You just tell them 17-0. That's all you got to say. 17-0. Larry Zonka, 40-year-old backup QB. Bob Greasy. That's all you got to say. Mercury Morris. Done. That's all you got to say. 17-0. The Dolphins haven't been 17-0. Tell me when your team comes in is 17-0. That's less games in a season. Have you done it? Has your team gone undefeated in a season and won the Super Bowl? I didn't think so. Don Shula. Don Shula is probably the greatest prize the Miami Dolphins have ever had. And I say that rather than Zonka and Dan Marino and Bob Greasy and all these other players, Zach Thomas, Patrick Surtain, all these guys, because I just think that Don Shula is just a prized possession here in Miami. And one, it's because he gave us the perfect season, and two, it's just because he's a legend down here. If you've known him from his coaching instead of just seeing him on ads and sort of knowing him from his coaching, because, you know, there are some Dolphins fans who are like, Don Shula, yeah, he was a coach for the Dolphins and this. They don't really know. I mean, I'm a younger Dolphins fan myself, but knowing the history of the Miami Dolphins and knowing how good Don Shula was as a coach and how brutal his coaching routine was, you have to just respect the man. Cameron Wake. You love the fact that we turned a guy who was undrafted into such a stud. Now, obviously, we didn't turn him into a stud, but we like to take credit for that as Dolphins fans because we like to give our coaching staff the credit that Cam Wake was undrafted, came into the NFL after some stints in the Canadian League, had amazing seasons, and now I think he has 60-something sacks, almost, or something, 70-something. 3 more years, he'll probably close it on 100 sacks in his career. So another modern day prized possession. I say modern day as in like the 2010 range, kind of like we had with Jason Taylor and Zach Thomas and Patrick Surtain and Sam Madison and that company. The other thing you hate, this is a thing that you hate, is you hate that we spent the third pick. We traded up, first of all. We traded up. And we spent the third pick on Dion Jordan. Dion Jordan has been marijuana drug infested his entire career, and you hate the fact that we spent a number 3 pick where so many players who right now are Pro Bowl players, stud players in the league, we spent it on Dion Jordan. You just hate it. every year, like I said before, that you think this is the year, every year you think this is the year we're going to go to Super Bowl. This is the year we're going to go to Super Bowl. 6-10. This is the year we're going to go to Super Bowl. 9-7. This is the year we'll go to the Super Bowl. 8-8. I really like our draft picks. Maybe we'll go to the Super Bowl this year. 7-9. It's really what it is. Offensive line. You want to draft offensive line from rounds 1 to round 7. Every single round, Dolphin fans are like, oh, I want an offensive line in round 1, round 2, round 3, round 4, round 5, round 6, round 7. Man, if this was the old days, 9, 8, 10, 11, 12, shit, if it could go 32 rounds in an NFL draft, Miami Dolphins fan will want 32 offensive linemen. You always say that you're never going to renew your season tickets, but then you realize the fact that you love the Dolphins so much that you go ahead and renew them anyways. I mean, there's nothing really more to say about that. And really, that's all I have, guys. I know I could have listed a couple more. If you have any more that I didn't list, put them down in the comment section below so I can see them and get you guys' input. I would like to just thank you guys for 50 subscribers. I know that's not a huge milestone in other people's eyes, but the fact that I went from having 40 just from posting videos here and then to posting a couple videos and them getting a lot of views and me gaining subscribers really gave me an energy boost to post a lot more on YouTube. So if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, comment down below if you have any questions for me or if you have any input on this video. If you liked it at all, hit the like button. And subscribe to my channel. I will be doing a lot more NFL stuff. As I've said in the past, I do want to put in some NBA stuff as well. I did post a video. It didn't get a lot of attention, really. I will put the link down below for that video. It's about Kevin Durant and Chris Bosh. And I will be doing a lot more Dolphin stuff, coming up with some more ideas so I can make some more videos for you guys. That's going to be all from Samurai Radio. I will see you guys next time. Peace.